What's going on, guys? So we are behind the wheel of this 2024 GMC Denali Ultimate 3/4 ton truck. This is the Denali HD, equipped with the 6.6 liter Duramax diesel and the 10-speed Allison transmission. We're going to talk about how this thing drives. We're going to give you driving impressions and our opinions on, the ride comfort, as well as, using a truck like this for everyday purposes, things like that. And, I'm fortunate enough to have a 2023 GMC Denali 1500, which is a half-ton truck. And I can kind of give you a bit of an evaluation if you're on the fence between if you should get a half-ton truck or a 3/4 ton. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my beautiful wife with me here real quick. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hey, good morning, everyone.
And she is a really good evaluator of vehicles because she spends enough time in trucks and SUVs to really understand the differences between how they drive, how they ride, and how they feel. And every time I get a different truck, she's usually really excited to get into the truck to kind of see how it feels versus another model, or how it looks on the interior, what the technology is all about. And the interesting thing about this truck is when we got inside of it, it's pretty much the same interior as the Denali that we have, the half-ton truck, except because this is the Ultimate package, it gives you some really, really cool embossing on the wood, engraving. I mean, it just looks absolutely beautiful. What do you think about the two-tone color of the interior of this truck, like the seats and the leather, versus like the all-black interior we have on our 1500?
Yeah, I really like this one. It looks a lot classier, a lot prettier. Ours is nice as well, but I really like the two-tone.
Yeah, it just really stands out. Any way you slice it, it really stands out. It gives it a more luxurious appeal. This truck is roughly $95,000 MSRP versus our Denali, which was about $75,000. So you're paying a lot more, mainly because it's a 3/4 ton truck with the much larger Duramax diesel engine, more capabilities, but you also have the Ultimate package, which absolutely brings that price up a bit as well. And I think when you get like the two-tone leather seats and that really beautiful interior and the wood graving on the glove box and in other areas of the truck, it definitely makes the truck feel more premium, right? Like you're getting a little bit more for what you're paying.
Right, yeah.
Now, let's talk about ride comfort real quick, because that's probably the first thing most people would probably want to know about if they maybe don't have a need for a 3/4 ton truck, they just want one, versus a half-ton truck. And then we can talk about the pros of this versus maybe the competition. From like a half-ton perspective, it's not as smooth as our half-ton Denali. I mean, it definitely has a firmer ride, and you can feel that. What do you feel? How do you feel about it?
Right. It's not bumpy. It's still smooth, but it's not as smooth as our Denali.
Yep. And the other way of looking at it, though, is when you compare this to what this should be compared against, and that's going to be a 3/4 ton from like Ram or Ford, and like an F-250 or Ram 2500. And I can tell you that GM has done a remarkably great job at refining the ride of this truck. From a 3/4 ton perspective, this truck is very smooth. It feels great. And for my wife to actually comment to say it's a smooth ride, it's not bumpy, means a lot, because like when I had my F-250 years ago, we did everything to try to smooth the ride out on that thing. We replaced the shocks on it, we replaced the leaf springs, we did all sorts of things to try to make that truck ride smoother. And we ultimately were never able to get it to a point to where my wife was like, hey, this is a really comfortable ride. But the interesting thing here now is we've put roughly 400 miles on this truck, and you haven't complained at all about the ride.
Yeah. I really can't tell the difference. You can tell it feels tighter, because you can tell that it has the tighter springs on it.
Yeah, or more capable springs, right?
Right, but it's still smooth. It's a comfortable ride.
It really is. And the other thing that I always like to talk about when it comes to ride, you have to realize why the ride is going to be a little bit firmer, why it's going to be a little stiffer. And that's mainly because you have springs that are capable of carrying twice the weight of the half-ton truck that we have. So this truck has a cargo capacity of almost 3,000 pounds, whereas the Denali half-ton we have has a 1,450 pound cargo capacity. This truck can carry over 1,800 pounds on the back hitch. Not the fifth wheel. The fifth wheel is even more than that, but 1,800 pounds on the back hitch versus 880 pounds that we have on our half-ton Denali. So that capability requires springs that don't sag under weight, that can carry more weight, and when they're not loaded up with weight are going to be a little bit firmer. And that's that firmer feeling you get. That's why dualies even have a harsher ride, because those springs have to be able to handle a lot of weight. But overall, it's not bad. I love the seats in this truck versus our Denali. This has the massaging seats, but can you tell there's more padding here?
Yeah, I can definitely tell, and I was going to mention that. The seats do feel a little bit better than our Denali.
Yeah, for me, it's a big deal. I really am enjoying how much more comfortable they are. Yeah, one thing that my wife was noticing is that the difference in the center console area here of the HD is that you have a column shifter, which comes off the side of the steering wheel, similar to Ford and how you have a column shifter, versus the half-ton truck, which has the center console, it's kind of a center console shifter. It's basically a very electronic form of shifting. But from an overall size perspective, does the truck feel bigger to you on the inside, or does it feel like we're pretty much in our half-ton truck?
It kind of feels a little bit bigger, but I don't know if that's just me imagining that.
You know, what was funny is I dropped my wife off at a store yesterday, and then I came and pulled around to pick her up. She hopped in the truck and she just said, "Man, this truck is massive. It looks huge." She never made that comment about our half-ton Denali, right? This truck has this enormous grill up front, and when it's coming towards you, it looks like a freight train.
Yeah,
approaching.
I feel like there's a school bus coming towards me.
Yeah, this thing has a very, very dominating appearance from the outside, and you can absolutely tell that this truck is a big truck from the outside. It's not a bad thing. It just, you can just tell it's a lot more massive. Well, my wife likes big trucks, so that's probably a perk to her. Is when she saw it, it's an intimidating truck. It's not something that looks as if if you see this in your rear view mirror, you're gonna be like, oh, it's just a tiny little pickup truck. This thing has a very, very big, aggressive grill on it. It stands out. It definitely makes you feel as if you are in a truck that kind of owns the road. And sure, you could get this in a dually, you could get this in a much larger truck in terms of length and width. But if you don't need a truck that big, this is a great compromise between going with a higher capacity truck like a 3500 or going with a half-ton truck. And if you are looking at getting an RV, and you're looking at it being a bumper pull RV or a conventional towed RV, this is a really, really solid truck for that type of trailer. We hauled the dump trailer, and we're going to be hauling the pause with this, and it couldn't even tell the dump trailer was back there. I mean, we had 1,150 pounds worth of tongue weight on the back of the truck, which is not an insignificant amount. If you want to kind of compare that against an RV, that would be the equivalent of about a 9,000 to 10,000 pound RV, which is not a light, conventionally towed travel trailer. That's a very, very large travel trailer, usually going to be around 36 to 38 feet long. Yeah, and the dump trailer was completely filled with what was like a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff in there, so that adds more weight, doesn't it? Yep. For me, I can always stuff more stuff into the dump trailer. I could just keep compacting it, having the mini excavator and just stuffing stuff down and then waiting till it dries out if it's wood, and then putting more stuff on top of it until it's essentially like this compressed pancake of stuff. That's how I treat it, but I always know that the dump trailer is full when my wife looks at it and says, "You need to take that to the landfill." So she said that probably 5 or 6 times, and then she politely encouraged me to get my butt out of the house and take the trailer to the landfill, which I did. Thank you. Yep, so it was completely full. I would surmise that it was probably pushing, I'm going to say it was probably pushing 9,000 pounds worth of total weight, and then the back of the truck, again, 1,150 pounds worth of tongue weight on the back. And the truck did a really, really great job of handling it. It's designed for that. That's what this truck is designed for. People get 3/4 ton trucks to haul stuff. People get 3/4 ton trucks to tow stuff. That's why they have stiffer springs. They're a good compromise between getting like a 3500 single rear wheel truck and getting a half-ton truck right in the middle, but you're getting it on a heavy duty platform. You're getting a truck that by all accounts is a 1-ton truck. So first you said it was 1,100, then you said 9,000 pounds. Did you mean to say an additional 900 pounds? No, so the 9,000 pounds was the towing weight of the trailer. The 1,150 pounds was the hitch weight of the trailer. Oh. So the hitch weight is how much presses down on the back, and then the towing weight is how much you're physically pulling. Wow. So yeah, it was cool. And it's the equivalent, even though for that dump trailer you could load it up more, it can handle more weight. but it's the equivalent of a very heavy, very long travel trailer, which is kind of crazy.
That is cool.
Overall, though, you know, this is really a cool truck. And you know what? One thing I got to do, my wife is great at driving big pickup trucks. She can drive my F450 and park it and maneuver it like you wouldn't believe. She's really, really good at that. And I have total confidence in her. If she goes, hey, I'm going to take the red truck, she can just take it, because I know for a fact she can squeeze it into the tightest spots. She can maneuver it wherever she needs to get. She's an amazing driver. But she's only towed a trailer once before, and that was when she had her Navigator. She towed a trailer that had a golf cart on the back of it, and she's never had to back it up. Well,
Yeah,
you tried to back it up once.
Yeah, and it was swaying a lot.
Yeah, it was swaying a lot too, and she was able to control that. So I think I need to start doing some videos on maybe teaching my wife how to back up a trailer. That would be cool. We have the property to do it now. We don't have to worry about space. It's going to be really cool. What do you think about that?
Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll take the Pause. We'll take one of the other trailers. We got a ton of trailers we could use. And I think I'm going to teach my wife how to back up a trailer. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Would you all like to see a really comprehensive video series on how to back up a trailer, at least the BTBRV way? That'd be really cool, right?
And then you could hear us yell at each other because he gets after me.
No. I don't yell at my wife.
Just kidding. No, you don't.
That said, guys, it's going to be interesting regardless. We'll see what kind of emotions and sparks fly, and we'll definitely have fun with it too. So leave a comment below. Leave us a suggestion. You know, if there's something you'd like me to be able to do with this truck, if there's something you'd like my wife to be able to do with it from a towing perspective, let us know what you think you'd like to see, and we'll see if we might be able to put it together, because this is a beautiful truck. My wife has a lot of experience behind this dash and layout now, because she's been driving the other Denali we have, and we're really excited to see what else we can do with it. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again real soon.